Yo, what's good, people? We still having audio issues, so we back. We have to go on this one. We're gonna give y'all a couple minutes to come on in. Apologies if you're in the other one. We had the same issues that we had last week. We couldn't get them resolved in time. So just bear with us again, and we'll get it going. Give us a few minutes to get a little organized here. I ain't even got on the right attire. I wasn't even ready yet. I ain't had the right attire on, Dave.
None of us do.
All right, hold on.
I blame Memorial Day.
Attire on, Dave. All right. Yep. Sorry about that. Again, we had the issues with the audio again. So we back on this joint. So just give us a few minutes. We're gonna let people stroll in on this one before we get started.
Gerald McCoy. I don't need that now since I got the slides. So
Hold on one second.
I would put my hat on, but I know how y'all feel about it.
Burns for y'all.
I would throw the hat on, man, but y'all felt some type of way about that hat on, man.
So there you said you had the hat on earlier. That's why audio ain't working again.
Nah, man, I stayed away from the hat. I stayed away from the hat.
Yeah. Leave the hat. Now the hat cursed the whole Joan. Now we got the audio issue. We had the audio issue again, so that's why we rolling with this joint. So all right, Dave, if you want me to share my screen, I can do that. I have the slides, so
All right, let me
go
give
ahead.
you that access, buddy.
Okay,
Oh, let me see. Remember how to do it.
I got it. I'm sharing now. Just make me the Joan.
Oh, just make you the main guy.
Yeah, just make.
There we go.
All right, so we good. All right, so first of all, before we get started, just want to remember why everybody got the day off. So we just want to take the time to show our appreciation for all those that paid the ultimate price for Memorial Day. So we thank you, and we appreciate everybody, especially everybody that serves in the armed forces, especially everybody at Fort Bragg. Shout out to Fort Bragg, and hope everybody is remembering why we are off today. So, Dave, you got anything on Memorial Day?
Shout out to Fort Jackson. Condolences to the families who had to make the ultimate sacrifice. I think folks get this holiday confused with Veterans Day. So it's just, this is more about remembrance more than anything else, and understand the sacrifice they had to get the freedom that we currently enjoy.
Facts. No, we definitely not drunk because we gotta.
I was earlier.
Dave coming back.
I was earlier, but I had to sober up a bit. You know, I got kids in my house, so
Yeah, nah. My neighbors had a cookout yesterday, so it was lit. We was lit yesterday. But all right, let's jump into this. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Before we jump into this, let's everybody like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff. Interact with us. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so there will be a 2K giveaway. Once I think we're 100, like 101. I think 101 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers. It's been a crazy long road. Shout out to everybody that's been there since we was the Poundcast. Remember that day?
I do.
The Poundcast Dave, Poundcast days, and
Yeah,
we got hustled into changing it. And them dudes not even active. Like we could go back and change our name back to the Poundcast again.
we should just take the trademark.
We should just snatch a joint back because they definitely faded immediately. But all right, again, go ahead because if I don't tell y'all to like y'all won't like it. So we need mad likes. So go ahead and hit the like button, which is greatly appreciated. um, and all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe, all that. So moving on, if you haven't had a chance to check out the three-part series to Curtis Samuel, I did a little in-depth discussion and analysis on Curtis Samuel, and if you haven't seen it, go look at it. I had lots of fun doing it. Took some time to get it done, but it was real good. Dave, did you happen to see it?
I did. I did. I caught all three parts.
Yeah, it was fun.
I, I tell you what, man, Curtis. Curtis was one of my fantasy sleepers. I don't know if he's gonna be asleep no more messing around with your content, man.
I just want everybody to have a greater appreciation for Curtis Samuel because he's so dynamic and the dude, like, if I'm telling y'all, man, that last play with Ted Ginn, if you just go back and look how effortlessly he threw that ball to Ted Ginn, and then you go back and look at that Tampa play, like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to see that because Curtis Samuel could be used so much better, and just because Cam's throwing shoulder is jacked up, we can't get Curtis off to where he should be. So it's I don't think it's all his fault, Curtis, anyway. So, like, I think he deserves the opportunity. Um, I, I don't know how the snap count is going to work. I don't know how the targets are going to roll, but he definitely should get a good portion of target share for sure, for sure. But it wasn't in any way meant to be a Curtis Samuel love fest. Like, I just turned on the film and went into it with an open mind and said, hey, I mean, I know Curtis is good. His running route, his route running is exceptional. Like, it's much better than I thought. And I'm just looking at them plays like, man, like, he's getting criminally underthrown. We can't stretch the field, so he's getting messed up. So, but hopefully Cam's better. And we'll hopefully we'll be better. We'll be better from it. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, the target share will be interesting. With Funches gone, somebody's got to eat up those targets. And I mean, you would assume there'll be a mix between Samuel and Moore. So it'd be interesting to see how the target share goes this year. I think McCaffrey's going to get his, but it's going to be, like you said, I agree that it might be a little lower than what he had last year. But also, there's a factor on what's going on with Cam, too. But it'll be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, for sure, man. It is gonna be interesting. You got a lot of weapons. It's a lot of weapons, and a lot of weapons and not enough targets. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Curtis Samuel. But I just thought it was interesting. Just to give y'all a little sneak peek. My next deep dive is gonna be on Golden. It's gonna be on Rashawn Golden. I started it. I haven't put the film together yet, but I have started, you know, doing some sessions, and I'll save my thoughts for Golden later because I won't even give you any indication of where I'm going with that one, but um, it's interesting. It's interesting with Golden. Hey, I know that people are probably confused with the other stream. Just tell them to come over here, man. Tell them to come on over here, and we'll get it figured out. Again, we were having audio issues again, so we apologize. We had to go back to this route. So, Dave, do you know if you can go in the other chat and tell people to come over?
I'm checking to see if I can.
If not, don't even worry about it. We good. They'll come over. They'll come over.
Let me see if I can sneak in there real quick. I believe in miracles.
All right. So, I mean, while you're doing that, the next topic, excuse me, is Gerald McCoy. So there's some things going on with Gerald McCoy. He was released by the Bucks, and he had a visit with the Browns. He had a visit with the Ravens, and apparently the Panthers are interested. The Panthers are interested, and we don't know. We don't know what's going on here. And typically, I don't like doing these type of discussions with free agents because obviously you guys think we should sign everybody. And I typically don't go that route because I know either there's no shot of us getting the guy or it's just some fake interest. But I actually do think that there is a possibility that this could actually happen. I don't think I don't think I don't think that this is gonna happen, but it can. I think it can happen. We have the funds, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a second, but um, this actually can happen. We have. I think he wants 11 million. I believe Gerald McCoy. He wants 11 million, and we have the money. Money is not an issue. Money is not an issue when it comes to Gerald McCoy. If we want to make that investment, it's a 1 year deal. We could do it. We could do it. So and I don't know, man. Dave, you got any thoughts on Gerald McCoy on and what we should do with that?
Ah man, Gerald McCoy is an interesting situation because we kind of set at BT. Um, you know, we won't. I don't think. I think Vernon would be out of here if we sign him.
I mean,
My opinion.
it's his last year anyway.
Yeah, but he would be the one to go because because at that point it's Love versus him, and I'd rather keep Love
Oh,
personally.
for sure. But I mean, again, there is no it's no competition between them. I mean, like obviously we've got Poe, we've got KK. They're signed through a couple more years. So we're not really worried about, you got those two guys. But I think this guy, I mean, I think Gerald would definitely take it over the top, and there would be no pressure on Gerald to come out. I think anywhere he goes, um, I think there is no pressure on him to come out and be the top guy. I mean, he's a great talent. But I think the teams that are picking him up, he could be a nice little rotational piece, and he won't. There's no pressure. I mean, the dude, he does have an injury history that you got to worry about. So it's a possibility. It's a possibility that. So I guess the question is, Dave, do you think we kicking the can on? It's just kind of like, all right, we kind
No,
of.
I think after June 1st, it's game time. I just don't think they can touch him until after June 1st because of the cut. So I think we're buying our time, and I say by June 1st is next Saturday. Is this upcoming Saturday, Sunday? We should know something Sunday, Monday if we're serious. But I don't think we could do much of anything till after the June 1 cuts take into effect because that's when we get our cap space.
Yeah, we get and that's a great little segue, Dave. It's a great Whoops. Well, I'll get into that later, but that's a great segue into the cat space. But somebody on Twitter, this guy Panthers culture, he actually put together some, I guess, some X's and O's on where McCoy would fit, as far as in some formations, and I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope. So I found out. Shout out to Panthers culture on Twitter. He put these together. So I thought it would be super dope. I think somebody said it. He would definitely be a great 5 tech in a 3-4. You put him, Poe, and I think this is on the a couple slides away. But I think it'd be great to have Poe, McCoy, and K1 out there in the 3-4. It'd be crazy. Because ideally on your five techniques in the 3-4 don't necessarily have to be pass rushers, but if they are, it's a bonus. So it would put extreme pressure on the quarterback. So I wouldn't be mad at it because especially is a division opponent, or it's coming from a division opponent. He knows what they're trying to do over there. He knows the personnel over there, so it'd be great to kind of pull one of their top guys. I don't know what kind of deal he's looking for. Um, but this is the previous slide with the big nickel. This is the nickel, where you would put McCoy, and you see McCoy is short in the middle. It'd be crazy, man. It would be crazy. It would be crazy. And then this final one is the one everybody will want to see with the 3-4 hybrid. So I thought that was interesting. I pulled them from Twitter. So that'd be kind of dope. Uh, So, and then this is kind of where we are with the cat space. After June 1, we would have 17 million in cat space. Right now, we only have 9. And then the only issue is with this is we haven't signed Burns, Brian Burns and Greg Little yet. So we haven't signed those two guys. I'm not sure what the holdup is there. I'm sure there's some contract language they got to figure out, but they would only account about 4 million. So, um, I don't know what would happen there, but he's looking. I think he's looking for 11 million. And you can probably do some funny money with injuries um some superlatives and all that incentives and all that good stuff. So I don't know, man. I would love to have Gerald McCoy as a Panther. He's a good guy. He's got that get off. He's just got a lot. He's got some injuries he's got to worry about. So I would love it. I would love to have Gerald. Any more thoughts on that, Dave?
Yeah, I'm down with having Gerald there. I just, it's concerning because of the price, and he's going to be rotational, so it'll be interesting. We already had like it says on the slide, man. We already have the highest paid defensive tackles in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, but you could. The problem is not the problem. I think you can never have too many good pass rushers.
I completely agree.
Yeah. And then I mean, so we got 17 million. So the thing is, what are we sitting on the 17 million for? Like we just gonna have 17 million to sit on it?
Well, it'll be 13. It'll be close to 13. 13 and a half, if my math is right.
No.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Okay, yeah, minus the 4. Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming minus the 3.8, but that's still enough.
But still, I mean, even when we have 13, 14 million, we just gonna sit on it?
Well, we could. I mean, this might be the situation where we could extend Cam. Could we extend Cam if we decide not to go after Khalil?
Yeah.
Go after McCoy?
Not all of the leftover cap rolls over to next year. That's not accurate. I think it's half of it. Not all of it rolls over. So you would, if that was the case, let's say we had 13 million, only half of that will roll over to the next year. So like we're not talking about a lot of money here. So I'm just saying, maybe there's some other plans. I mean, you still got the Bailey guy from the Chiefs that they're looking at. I don't know, man. I'm just saying I wouldn't be mad at it because you can never have too many pass rushers. The defensive line is something we need. You get that fixed, and you wouldn't be complaining about a safety.
Shouldn't be complaining anyway.
Well, you shouldn't, but I'm just saying you don't have much to worry about. I'm just saying I think it's a possibility. The money is there. Will it happen? I don't think it's likely to happen. I want to be on a record to say I don't think it's likely to happen. But if it does, I wouldn't be mad at it. And especially if the contract was had the right incentives, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's going to happen. Just to be clear, I don't think it's happening. All right. So anything else on the McCoy?
Nah, I'm good on McCoy.
He's going to the Ravens on Tuesday. He left the Browns without a contract on Saturday, I believe. So he's got some guy. He's still probably gonna have some other teams. Patriots. I'm pretty sure Patriots gonna take a look at him. I think the Bengals were interested. He said he wants to go to a winner. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. Moving on. David Tepper. Hold on. Let me give him his proper address him properly. Shout out to Tepper. He spoke again. This guy speaks a lot, and I appreciate it. So he had an interview with Ian Rappaport.
Random thing about him speaking a lot. I don't think we talked about this last week, but I don't think the news was out. He's giving his money. He's going to give his money back from his hedge fund to the outsiders, the folks that invested. He's going to give the money back and change it to a family office. And he's getting out of the hedge fund business. And I guess he's renowned as one of the best hedge fund managers in the world. So
yeah,
I didn't realize he was that ill. I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was that good.
He nice, man. So and that's a nice little segue because he knows value, Dave. And one of the big things he talked about was the quarterback value, the value of the quarterback position. And so if you gotta listen very closely what Tepper was saying about Greer, okay? You gotta listen very closely what he said about Will Greer, Dave. Did you catch it?
Oh yeah, I caught it.
Did you catch what he said? Dave, can you tell the people what he said?
He basically said it was a no-brainer to take him. And I know some people were questioning whether or not they needed to take a free safety, but the value at that point was there. The value was too good. And he talked about how he was a value guy in the old gig that he used to do.
But did you catch really what he said though? talking about Greer though. I heard that part, but did you hear what he said about Greer?
He said he was one of the better quarterbacks on the board.
Yeah, but he said he hopes that Will Greer is
As a
on a
Panther.
team, on a team, not a Panther. He said he hopes Will Greer will be on a team for a long time. He didn't say the Panthers. He said a team. This is a chess move, Dave. Go back and listen to it.
No, I remember. I remember.
I didn't get the snippets. I didn't get the snippets. But he said he was going to be on a team, not the Panthers, not necessarily the Panthers.
Yeah, he did say
So,
not necessarily the Panthers, because he said, but he also said he's hoping he will be he could be a long term in the future. He said quarterbacks are currency, and so
yeah, he knows the value of the quarterback position, and so this was a power play. This is a typical Patriots move in the way that they draft quarterbacks as trade capital. And but at the same time, Greer's got to show out. He's got to be given the opportunity in the preseason or somewhere to show that he's valuable. And if he does, something happens to Cam Newton, this is a huge power play. We can get some nice money back, or some nice value back for Greer. I don't think Greer is a long term option, but he definitely said he hopefully thinks that Greer will be on a team for a long time, not necessarily the Panthers. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But Dave, anything else that he's of note that Tepper said during that interview?
I mean, that was the key. But I think he did emphasize the fact that it was about the future for the Panthers and why they need that pick. So that says a lot about the stats of Cam, but the possible stats of Cam. But he was emphatic saying that Cam is the starter. He kept saying that. But I think, they're still concerned about whether or not he's going to be ready for the first week of the season.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's dope though. I like him. I like him. I like him talking though. I think he's very in tune with what's going on. He did talk a little bit about the facility, and the practice bubble. He said hopefully the practice bubble will be done by August 1st. But he said the weather could get in the way because it is extremely hot down here. It's been in the 90s last week, and then it's gonna be in the 90s this week. So I think they got the AstroTurf down. So they have an AstroTurf uh, field that will be in the bubble. So they got that down. I think they just about to start putting the bubble up now, and it should be done by August 1st, apparently. And then he talked about the permanent location for the new facility in South Carolina. Talked about how they don't have a location yet, but they know what area they want to be. Then he talked about how it'll be attached to a hospital, or the hospital will have um, a portion of the building, and how if there's some injuries, they can go straight to that facility. They don't have to go to a different portion of the facility or a different place. It'll be all in house. So that was dope. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. I like it. I like it. I really like this dude, man. I really appreciate all of the commentary from him. And I say it all the time. It's just much different from having a mute uh, as your owner to this guy who's completely 1000% open, and it's dope. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, somebody in the chat, I think it was Jerome Simpson, mentioned he's concerned about him might be micromanaging the situation. I think he's more just protecting his investment. I mean,
Of course,
he paid a lot of money, so he wants the team to succeed, and he's getting folks to get analytics going. So it's going to be a little bit different.
it's gonna be different, and it needs to be different. I think he made some changes up front. He said he came in and make some organizational changes. I don't think he's done anything bad yet. And it's still early. I think I think Saturday or whenever he did this interview marked the 1 year point of him owning the Panthers. So just everything he's done so far, man, I love it. And it's like obvious things that should have been done. I'm not talking about like the front office stuff. I'm talking about like, getting the Ring of Honor and all that stuff, man. It's just even like little stuff like the jerseys, like letting them mix the jerseys up. Like you can tell the stuff that Richardson never let them do. It was it's by the book, and now you're starting to see the kind of the peeling of the onion to kind of let them go do their own thing. But all right, let's move on. Any more thoughts, Dave, on Dave?
Nah,
Dave
Dave's
Monday.
my guy, man.
All right, let's move on. All right. So update on Cam Newton's. We're gonna start transitioning into OTA talk, and obviously Cam Newton is not throwing. He's not throwing, and Rivera is saying it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Um, and he's good, with the exception of throwing the ball. He's doing everything else. Um, I don't know what's more you can do as a quarterback than throw the ball at OTAs. What you do? Stretching? Like, what are we saying?
Stretch, scramble.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Rivera. You're not saying much. Um, he said Rivera went on to say there's no plan in terms of when they expect him to come back. And they're just taking it day by day, week by week, and they'll continue to go through the process. There is no time frame. That's kind of scary. I mean, not necessarily scary, but you would think that if it was going well, they would have a time frame. And I guess they probably do have one. They probably just not telling us. I think there's always a time frame. There's always a time frame. They just don't know when, or they know when. They're just not sharing it. So, I listen. I've been on record saying that you can give him the luck treatment. I don't care. Don't like he. It made me so upset. And I talked about this earlier, but it made me so upset doing that Curtis Samuel breakdown and going back and watch that Ted Ginn video and just watching him sling the ball with no effort, and then coming back to watch him recently, and it just looks like a completely different person, a completely different quarterback. And so I want him to be as healthy as possible. Like, I don't want him going out there and getting like just I- again, he feels like he's Superman. And so, like, I feel like he's gonna do everything he can to get on the field, and you kind of got to protect Cam from himself, I think. And
So, what moment? When do you need to see him throw before you're ready to shut him down for the
I
year?
don't want to see him throw, man. I wanted to see him healthy. I
But
don't
no, but that's important. Like, if you see him throwing, that means he's either healthy or he's close. I mean,
well,
you're gonna have to test it out at some point.
you are gonna have to test it.
So that's my point. So at what point would you be ready to say we got to shut him down? Like, if you don't see him throw by X, like when is the moment where you're like,
It's not even really seeing him throw by X. It's seeing him throw the ball good, like throwing the ball deep. Like, it's more than just seeing him like, oh, he threw a short pass to Ted Ginn, or excuse me, Curtis Samuel. He threw a short pass to McCaffrey. He's dumping. I don't want that. I don't want that version of Cam Newton back. So it'd be nice to see him. It'd be nice to see him throw, but can he throw it effectively? Like, so I want to see him in the preseason. I want to see him in the preseason. I want to see him throwing the ball deep. I want to see him in training camp throwing the ball deep. I don't want to just see him. I want to see him throw it like good. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't really tell you when the time frame is. But if he's not looking like the old Cam, I don't want him out there. I don't. Just chill out, man. Take a year off, bro. We good. We good. We'll be all right.
yeah, well, agree.
We do got Will Greer and Kyle Allen and Heineken, so we straight. So it's a short term sacrifice, to shut Cam down. But listen, I'm no shoulder surgeon, so I have no clue. I can't tell you when Cam. Nobody in this group or anybody watching this video can tell us when Cam is ready or when he's gonna be ready. This It's on Cam. Like, we don't know. We have no clue. I just want to see him throw the ball deep. That's all. I don't know. So that's all I got, Dave. I just hope he's healthy, man.
Oh, I dig it. I dig it. I just, there's gonna be a point where like it's the end of May, it's Memorial Day, but like it'll be another discussion a month from now. Couple like when we're getting real close to training camp starting, when we get real close to that first preseason game, they're gonna be wondering, hey, what we're gonna do? And it'll be interesting to see how Rivera handles this versus what he did last year. If he's concerned about whether or not the other quarterbacks are ready.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in motion. Like, you got a coach that's on a contract year. You got a quarterback that's coming off a couple shoulder surgeries, and like all of it is it affects it affects everything. Like there's a lot in play here, so we can't just kind of look at it in a silo or in a I forgot the term. We can't look at it like narrow minded. There's a lot of things going on. So I don't know, man. I don't have the answers. I'm 1,000% in agreement with shutting him down. I've said it a million times. Um, but if he's nobody knows when he's going to be healthy. Like he could sit for a year and still not be right. We don't know. We have no clue. Um, so I don't know. I have no idea. In a vacuum. Thank you, Felix. In a vacuum. Perfect. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Um, but uh, but yeah, man, I have no clue. I have no clue, Dave.
All right, let's
Just,
move on.
just get Cam healthy, man. That's all I got. That's all I got. All right, moving on. Greg Olsen, the GOAT. Dave, we do know that he's fully cleared. And he's coming off a couple foot surgeries and all that. And he is cleared. He's been running around. Dave, do you think this is Greg Olsen's last season? I think he's
It
got
has
a
to
year
be.
on the contract. I think. I have to go back and look. But I think he's got 2
I
years
know.
contract.
I know. In his eyes, it probably isn't, because he feeling a certain type of way not being mentioned among these tight ends at the top of the heat.
Ah man, it's funny you say that, Dave. That's an excellent segue. Excellent segue to this tight end list. This tight end list. Dave, I didn't realize how close. I didn't realize Greg was in this discussion right here, man.
Oh, I did.
I mean, I knew it, but I didn't realize how close. Like he's like like under what is it? A little over 100 yards to be in fifth on the list of
Yep.
all time tight ends. Like
Little
I
Ronnie.
feel like,
Yep.
and so I did the math, Dave. I went back, I did the math, and this dude has been pretty much Iron Man from when he came into the league until he sustained that first injury, and he was averaging 897 yards as a Panther, and that includes his first year, which is like 500. So that lowers 500 yards. So that like lowers the average like by a lot. But his next 3 years or next subsequent years were great. And so he was averaging on average 897 yards, Dave. If he would have if he would have reached that average the past 2 years, he would have already been at like 9,000 yards coming into this season. And then he could have potentially passed Shannon Sharp looking at Antonio Gates in the next couple years. So it
Shannon Sharp's a Hall of Famer. For you guys who don't know, he's an
for
NFL
sure,
Hall of Famer, Pro
for sure.
Football Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So it's just unfortunate that he had to get hurt because he was on such a great trajectory. Looking at this list, he would
Well,
have.
Ozzy's a Hall of Famer too.
Yeah, he will be a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about. I was like, man, I'm about to put in another jersey order, and I'm definitely getting another Greg jersey for sure. After I saw this, I was like, man, I got to put some respect on his name.
Yeah, he signed my jersey upside down, but I don't care.
Hey, no, it's still good.
It's still good to me.
It's still good. But nah, man, he's only like 150, 100. My math sucks, but he's only like 140 some yards away, 130 something.
133 yards away.
There,
134 yards away to
there you
break
go, Dave, with the
the
math,
bottom five.
math genius. So he's not
Yeah.
far. He should be top 5 by the end of this year.
Yeah. The only person that could probably come at his heels right now is Ertz, but he'll be tired because they're new. Ertz and Kelsey.
I want
Kelsey, man, if he keeps his pace, he's gonna
yeah,
shatter a lot of records.
Kelsey's gonna kill that joint. Kelsey's looking real nice. But I didn't realize Gronk was.
But I'm looking at Gronk. The Gronk number is the one that interests me more than anything else. I would have thought he had more, but I know he was
Yeah,
injury prone.
Me too.
He's bionic, man.
Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah, he missed a lot of games though. But when he was on the field, fam, he was killing.
He was an animal.
He was
Absolutely
killing, bro. But yeah, man. Like, nah, I like Greg, man. I'm just hoping he can stay healthy because he's so like Greg. Yo, I swear I'm gonna do a film breakdown. Maybe I'm gonna do one on Greg Olsen, man. And I'm telling you, man, this dude is a magician when it comes to. I don't know. He's not the fastest dude. He's not running a 4.4 out there, Dave.
We can run routes, fam.
I don't know how this dude is getting so wide.
Dude can run routes, man.
Yo, I'm like, yo, this
He,
dude stay wide open. Like it's like he's a magician. He disappears and then comes back and then he's
dog, he
wide
runs
open.
routes.
It's impressive, bro. It's impressive. It's impressive,
Look,
man.
look, man. The greatest wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice.
Ran
He wasn't the fastest guy on earth either.
That's why I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all
To find a guy that can run a better route than him.
y'all keep thinking speed is everything, and that is not it, man. That straight line speed don't mean a lot if you can't do nothing with it. You got to be able to adjust, and that was important on the Curtis Samuel video that I point out. Yes, he's fast, but the dude can also run routes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but listen, he might have ran a 4.5, but he definitely not running a 4.5 anymore.
Sure, right.
Greg Olsen, that dude probably run like a 4.8.
4.75.
But speed ain't everything. Speed ain't everything, bro. That's all I gotta say. It ain't everything. You definitely can do your thing without speed. But yeah, man. Shout out to Greg, man. Shout out to Greg. Anything else on Greg?
Look at Vernon.
Yeah, Vern's up there. Vern's up there. I didn't realize that either. And then Jimmy Graham just disappeared after he left the Saints. He's been trash ever since.
Where's he at now? He ain't on the Seahawks no more, right? Or he's still there?
Green? No,
Packers.
Is he a Green Bay?
I think he's a Packer now.
I have no clue where he is.
I think he's a Packer now.
I mean, not they saying I'm disrespecting Greg. I wasn't trying to disrespect Greg. Like, nah, he just not that fast. And even with that though, he still get open. Like, it don't matter. It don't matter how fast he's running. He still get open. Even on one foot, my man's still getting open. It's crazy.
He out here running routes living.
It's crazy, man.
Still crisp.
Greg is crazy. He's smart, man. He's a smart dude. He knows how to get in the seams. He's smart, man. Smart. But all right, Dave, let's move on. Darrell Williams. So some news came out with Darrell Williams, and Darrell Williams is going to be playing left guard. Like I said, like I told y'all, they said that he's going to be probably playing left guard.
We knew that a few weeks ago, right?
Well, I'm just telling y'all, man, that he's been playing. That's where he's going to be. He hasn't been fully cleared yet. He isn't all the way back. He's doing individual stuff, doing installation stuff. But he's still sitting out during the team drills. So he's gonna be playing left guard. Like I told y'all, it's the right move. He did say I guess he did a little interview, and he said that playing left guard is gonna be different for him. Obviously, the kick, but he's not gonna have to kick back. But he's saying that run game for him is gonna be a challenge, or it's harder, is what he said. It's harder when you're inside playing the run, and run blocking. He says it's gonna be different for him. So I think this is the right move. We gotta start getting some continuity there at the tackles. So if you get a young Greg Little in there, he's bodying that joint, and then you have Moten on the other side, and they can play. Let them play together. Let them get some chemistry together, and let it rock. But I like this move. I think it was obvious. Any thoughts on that, Dave?
I was wrong.
Yes, you were wrong, Dave.
I could be wrong.
And I was right.
You could be right. For occasions, but you could be right. But I mean, I'm cool with it. It is what it is. I mean, I understand why you want to keep Moten at the tackle position, at the right tackle slot. To have, like you said, to have that continuity, I see why you do it. It's just, I felt like we want to put the best line out there next year.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens, because even he's admitting it's going to be a hard transition for him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be different, but I think it'll be fine. And the good news about this is that even if Little happens, if Greg Little happens to struggle, we've got options. Like, you can start moving guys around, but let them settle in this first, see how it works out. And then if adjustments needs to be made, you can do that. And I think we have the talent to do it now. So that's positive. It's positive for me. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. Anything else on Darrell Williams Day?
Nah, we good on Daryl.
So Paradis is another one. Paradis is another one. Um, he's progressing. They said he's doing good. I think they said he's ahead of schedule. And he's got to ease into it. Uh, but I don't think he's kind of the same with Darrell Williams in that he's not doing any team drills just yet. So this is just OTAs. No need to panic. It's still early. Um, and I can't wait to get him on the field too. So I think he's gonna be a nice Khalil replacement. Really, I got to watch some film on him. But this O line has a lot of potential. On paper, they nice. On paper, they nice. It's got to translate though.
Yep, I agree.
Got to translate. So anything else on that day?
We good on Paradise.
Paradise. So that was it. That was it. That's all I had. But we can go and talk about some interesting OTA battles, like some positions where you think some dudes actually have a shot. Um, and to get in, there's been some talk about the safety position. Yeah, you can adjust it, Dave, so I'm not the only one talking. Um, but I think there's some interesting battles at the safety position. You got Quentin Blanding. There's been some talk about him, and and he could be challenging. I think even Rivera said something about it, about how the safety position could be interesting. So I think it's cool, man. I like where things are right now. On paper, we look good. I know somebody said they don't like the paper talk, but hey, that's all we got for right now. That's all.
Everything's paper. Everything's paper talk till further notice, man. Everything's paper
And I
talk till
think I
further
said it,
notice.
I said this earlier, but I will reiterate that the next deep dive topic, the a person I'm gonna be doing is Galden, because I think y'all got a lot of misconceptions on Galden. I think everybody wants another safety. I'll break it down. Are there some concerns? Is he perfect? No, but we'll get it. We'll get in all that. But Galden is the next uh, focus that I'm gonna do. So I think we'll get some questions answered as far as the safety position when I do that.
What you're gonna find out is that he's gonna be fine.
I think so. I think so. I think so. He said we get McCoy blocking. Wow, wow.
I don't want to block you, man. What am I gonna block you for?
Yeah, I think even it's interesting that because you can talk about Eric Berry and us getting Trey Boston, but man, I thought the 49ers just lost somebody. Didn't they lose a safety to a season-ending injury, and they haven't even reached out yet? So like, it's something weird going on with those two. Well, obviously, Eric Berry, what's going on with him. He's got the injury issues, can't stay healthy. And then when he came back, he didn't look that hot, to be honest. Um, but yeah, man, Galden don't look right on film. We'll do it. We'll look at it, man. We'll look at Galden. We'll look at Galden. We're gonna take a look. Just same way I did with Curtis. We're gonna take a look at Galden, man. Curtis, I discovered a lot with Curtis. His route running was much better than I thought. I knew it was okay, but it was much better than what I thought. Much better. Much better. Um, Galden, yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see what's up with Galden. We'll
I'm
see.
gonna start.
As of right now, that's what it's looking like.
He
But it's
needs to
early,
get
Jay.
started, yo.
It's early. I think he'll get the first opportunity to lose it. If he, it's his to lose. Um,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
if he does lose it, that's a bigger problem, right? But I think it's his to lose. Um, but any other battles you're looking at?
The wide receiver battle for the last couple spots is gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah, and I forgot to add a slide about Mose Frazier. He broke his arm at I think day 2 of OTAs, or day 1 or day 2. He broke his arm, but I think that's fine. I think Demir Bird also broke his arm and then TD broke his arm, and they all came back. I don't think this is like a season ending. They didn't put him on like IR or anything like that. So I think he can still come to camp, and I think he'll be fine. Cornerback should be interesting too, because if Cockrell's healthy, and he's been out there with the helmet on. I saw some pictures with him out there. So looks like he's been fully participating. So that should be interesting if Cockrell's healthy. We haven't brought anybody else in, so looks to be that Cockrell could be ready.
Sometimes the answer is it's on the roster.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's very true. But yeah, that's all, man. That's all I got, and I don't have any more. Unless you want to break down the Will Greer versus Kyle Allen battle that's gonna happen.
I'm not interested in that right now.
Come on, man. You don't want to you don't want to get in the X's and O's with the quarterbacks, Dave.
Not right now.
Yeah,
it's Memorial Day, man.
Me either.
But I do have a short work week this week, which is good.
Yeah,
because I'm heading to Philadelphia on Thursday, so.
Philly.
Yeah, man. Roost picnic weekend, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yep.
So any wrestling fans in here? Anybody watch anybody watch AEW?
AEW about to destroy WWE, yo.
Very interesting.
Dude.
I was impressed.
Dog. Yo, man. WWE ain't even capable of having like a Cody versus Dustin match anymore. They stop matches as soon as they see blood.
Nah, see, I didn't. Yeah, I think they all. So I think Chris Jericho is vice. I
don't think he's the vice president. I think Jericho. He's talent.
No, I think he's on the board. I think.
Oh, he is on the board.
Yeah, I think Jericho, the Young
Bucks,
Cody, and Kenny Omega are all on the board. Nah, it's
not.
It's not. It's they it's dope, man. Like it's indie. They take a lot more risks, so it's definitely got like it's indie vibe to it. But then it was only one show, but I think if they marry the storyline and storytelling, I think it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy.
They're gonna be a legitimate threat. Like I don't know, like the biggest issue is gonna be that WWE has so much money, but I think what they could
too.
Huh?
AEW's got money too.
No, they got money too, but like right now, like they put $100 million towards it. WWE's worth $1 billion. So like when you sit down and you think about like the situations that could legitimately happen, because Fox already said if they can't get 3 million viewers, they're gonna cancel. And if they don't pick this up quick, SmackDown might not have a home.
Yeah.
By the end of October, by the end of 2019. Like Fox said, I need 3 million viewers a week. If I don't get 3 million, contract off.
They're not even close to 3 million. I think they've been in like the twos for a long time.
Yeah, and it's getting lower and lower. So they got to figure this out. They got time. I mean, it's just June's coming, so they got time to figure it out. And it's not like they're going up against them, same night. Like the TNT, because AEW got a deal on TNT.
Yeah,
TNT is gonna be on Tuesday. That's Tuesday night Dynamite.
I don't think they. I think that's the plan for them to be on Tuesday.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know if that's happening. I don't know, but it's gonna be interesting though. I like it. If anything, it's gonna push WWE. But I can't watch WWE anymore. It's trash.
Yo, the network is
the Jags owner's son. He runs AEW, not the Jags owner. The Jags owner's money is behind it. But his son Tony Khan is the guy that's running it.
I think they could give WWE a run on Monday, truth be told. But it is it's tough because then you're competing against so many other things. It's not even about just competing against WWE if you go on Monday. But they could give them a run and keep it a 2-hour show. The biggest problem with Raw is that it's 3 freaking hours.
Oh, it's trash. I can't watch
it. You gotta freaking cut it.
I can't watch it.
And like, and a big, it's funny because like somebody did a statistic last week on the number of minutes that the wrestling matches were on Raw. For a 3-hour show, Raw only had 37 minutes of wrestling.
Yeah.
3-hour show, 37 minutes of wrestling.
So, all
It's
right,
insane.
that's our wrestling. That's our wrestling update for today. What about the finals, Dave? Who you got in the finals? I saw some finals.
Um, I want the Raptors to win it so bad, man. And I just want to let y'all know, Drake is like the new Spike Lee. He's like this generation Spike Lee. Like when Spike was on the Knicks stands, Knicks stands all the time. Drake is that for the Raptors, yo. He is Spike Leeing it up right now. I want the Raptors to do it, but I think the Warriors are going to probably win it in 6.
Yeah, I got the Warriors. I'm with Noli. I got the Warriors in 4. There's no
Jesus Christ, man.
even minus KD. They're gonna destroy
They're
the
not going to sweep them dudes, man.
dude. They about to get swept.
They're not going to sweep them dudes, man. They're not going to sweep them. They'll get a couple wins. They'll get 2.
Nah, not happening. Warriors in 4.
Jesus. Nah, man.
Pulling out them brooms. Shout
Man.
out to my guy.
Who's guarding Kawhi, man?
No, who's guarding Clay and Steph? Kawhi can only guard one person, and they're gonna. You think they're gonna run Kawhi to death? Did you see how tired he was out there in that series against the Bucks? They're gonna run Kawhi to death. He gonna be chasing Clay all around the court and be dead tired, bro. I'm telling you, man. They can't. They don't stand a chance against the Warriors. Even minus KD. Minus KD,
I am enjoying the Warriors do this without KD.
It's great, man. The ball movement is so much better. But
yeah, like Jared said, Kawhi had with the Spurs had him up with 20, but the Spurs are a different squad, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm glad to see somebody different from the East though. Like obviously we knew it was gonna happen because LeBron moved out west, but it's just cool to see. It's cool to see a different matchup than Warriors Cavs.
But it won't matter if you sweep them. NBA don't want to see nothing like that. It needs to be a series. It needs to be a series, man. Like that's why I think the Warriors are doing this. I want to see Toronto do it. I really do. I want to see Toronto pull it off. I just know they don't have enough firepower to do it.
It ain't happening, bro.
And I'm not hating on the Warriors thinking that. I want to see somebody else win it. It's just Toronto, this is their first time ever getting to the NBA Finals. I want to see them pull it off.
Ain't happening. It'd be a nice little storytelling, fairy tale ending. But it ain't happening, Dave.
Drake's gonna get on Draymond Green's nerves. That's what's gonna happen.
Draymond can trash talk back.
I know, but it's dog. I'm telling you, the new Spike Lee, Drizzy Drake. He ain't doing music, but he bugging all these freaking superstars, these basketball stars.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Kawhi gonna stop Clay, and then Curry will go off for 50. That's the problem. Curry will go off for 50. Draymond can add some. Then Looney stepping up, and then you got my boy Quinn Cook out there facilitating. Y'all act like y'all ain't see my boy Quinn Cook out there. About to get
I know why you're going for the Warriors. I don't think Toronto has any Duke players, do they?
They sure don't. I can't rock with them. If they ain't got no Duke players, then I can't rock. Y'all act like y'all ain't see my boy Quinn Cook out there facilitating in key moments. Yeah. Yep. So shout out to the Warriors. I'm rolling with the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors are gonna draft Pusha T. That's hilarious. Oh, finally. My computer finally came on after 5 hours. It's pretty awesome. Jesus. Well, that took a long time.
All right. So Dave, that's all I got, man. I ain't got nothing else, man. We could let this thing rock.
We can do the outro, man.
Yeah, man. Bolden went to. I saw Bolden. Got that alert maybe like 2 hours ago that Bolden went to the draft. I mean, he declared officially. I don't blame Bolden, because we got Vernon Carey and Vernon Carey getting all the minutes, so he would have been a backup dude. You might as well go get you a little cash from the D League or G League or whatever. So I don't blame Bolden for going to the. I would have loved to have him back because I thought he was playing well, but he was getting better. But at the same time, you gotta do what's right for yourself. So go get your money. Go get your money. It's all good. No, he's not gonna get picked, but he'll get in the G League. He'll be in the G League with all the other UNC players. But all right. That being said, I'm out, man. I'm about to get some sleep. I gotta go to work in the morning.
Ditto. All right. You want to
Hit,
do the outro?
yep.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. Please subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and our YouTube channel at Panther Nation Podcast. You can also like our Facebook page at Panther Nation Podcast. While you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. And always remember, keep pounding.
All right, peeps. We out. Look, I don't know when I'm gonna do the Golden thing, so bear with me on that. It took me some time to get that Curtis joint done. So hey, appreciate that, Slim, man. Y'all hit the like button. Appreciate it. Hit that like button, dog. And that's it, man. That's all I got. Dave, we out.
We out, man. I'm about to shut it down.
Peace out.
Peace out, guys.